Good morning. This is Adrian Natalini again. It's 2019. I'm trying to avoid the sun shining right in my face so I can see what's going on here on the screen. I just wanted to make a few comments about some of the things that I was saying, and I'm specifically interested in dealing with the homeless population and the homeless problem, if you want to call it that. Our medical facilities here are clinics, not hospitals. The rest of society has hospitals, okay? But we only have clinics. The problem is when a clinic gets filled up with clients, since we have 90,000 plus people here, they open up another clinic. And then they open up another clinic. There's many agencies here, none of them actually working together, okay? The key word here is collaboration. They don't work together. Each non for profit works for itself and pats each other on the back. Great work we're doing here. Great work. We're helping the homeless. When the holidays come, they always come, right? People come in here. We have all kinds of people, actors, business, all kinds of people. They come in, they distribute the Thanksgiving food, and then they leave. I call them do-gooders, and they mean well. I understand. Every Saturday across the street from my window here on 5th and San Pedro, uh, some sort of religious institution comes in, distributes pizzas, and leaves. And that's part of the problem. They come in and leave. None of the people that work in the agencies here live here. The people who live here are the homeless, disabled, dysfunctional, whatever you want to call them. Once upon a time, like last year, I think it was, I was sitting in my car playing my radio. I had a car then. And this woman started banging away at it. She's hitting my trunk, she was moving 300-pound garbage cans all the way across the room, right? All the way across the street, excuse me. And I thought this was pretty crazy. She attacked me, and I got sick of that. I went to the police station. They actually came, and they arrested her. And then they told me that she was schizophrenic, had medication on her, medication container, but no medication. So she was off the medication. And they arrested her, and hopefully she was processed somewhere in a healthy manner. What is healthy? On Skid Row, it's the measurement from 1 to 10. Let's say it goes up and down every day for all the people here. I've seen people who are in good shape, who lived in my building, which is an SRO and Section 8 building. And I just saw one the other day in my clinic, medical clinic, JWCH, down the block, 522 South San Pedro. And she was screaming her brains out. She looked like she had lost 50 pounds, and she was only 90 when I first saw her, right? And I know she was off her medication and screaming her brains out. And the people at the clinic, at the entrance, they just listened, and then eventually she just ran out. What am I trying to say here? There's very little consistency in this particular population as far as health. I see it every day. I try to walk in the bathroom here, and there's people doing drugs, people selling themselves for sex. Uh, it's disheartening, but I don't live at Fifth and San Pedro. I want to make this clear. I live in my heart. Because if I lived at Fifth and San Pedro, I would very, I would be disheartened. I would be a loss for words. This is not my first Skid Row. I, I tried to do a film in Chicago when I lived in Chicago in 1972 or 1973 to 1975. I was working as a janitor in a film studio, small film studio, and I started doing a documentary on Skid Row in Chicago, one of the bigger ones too, next to New York, Los Angeles, and so on and so on. I never finished the film. I had shot it. Uh, I never finished it after putting $3,000 of my own money in it. I just had to stop doing it because I was getting broker and broker. People don't say yes. When you're asking for help, be it financial, to finish your film, or to do some good things in the community, they don't say yes, they say no. The lack of commitment for the poor in this society is incredibly poor. Personally, I think there should be a czar in Washington, D.C. Should, excuse me, there should be an agency, czar, whatever you want to call it, in charge of the homeless in the United States. We're dealing with millions of people. Some are children, some are women. A lot of them are African Americans, and a lot of them are Latinos. A lot of them are from other countries, and they live here, and they do all kinds of strange things. We have hospitals from the valley dropping people here in the middle of the night in a wheelchair, hardly any clothes. They dump them in front of one of the missions. We have the wonderful police station. We have the jail a few blocks away. $500 million in order to incarcerate the minorities who don't know better, do not aspire for more. There's so much money out there, and it's not being used to help us. And that saddens me. We worship the millionaires and the billionaires, trillionaires. We idolize them, romanticize them, but they're the ones who are making money off of us and not helping us. We have people who come and vote here, but we don't vote much. Okay, we're homeless, so we have people coming in from different parties. They bring people here. They put them in cars, take them to the voting booths, and they vote several times when the voting is due on, on voting day, election day, and then they dump them back here. That happens nationwide, by the way. I've seen it happen in Chicago. I've seen it happen in Miami. I've seen it happen in Los Angeles. If I travel to many different pieces of information here, I don't apologize. The reason is I have depression. I have attention deficit disorder with depression. I have Alzheimer's. I have prostate problems. I have COPD. Uh, I'm 50% deaf. I wear hearing aids. I don't know what to tell you. I have a longer list than that. Prostate. I take a lot of pills. I've been taking pills, and they help and they don't help. Okay. What do I mean by that? Well, each pill that I take has a little statement on it. It says may cause dizziness. May cause dizziness. So when after you take 8, 10, 20, 30, whatever, you're in, you're numbed out. So what we have here is a population that's either on psychotropic medications or street medications or both or none. How do I know any of these pieces of information? I've been observing for 14 years calmly, and I don't see much change here because the society is not aware of what's going on here. This video is not about how to make money on the internet. It's not about how to increase your bandwidth, how to get greater speed on the internet. All these people that are on these channels, they don't talk about poverty, homelessness, our invisibility. My expertise is from my heart, and also I have a master's degree in psychology. I have a bachelor in anthropology, a minor in sociology and Italian. I'm a domestic violence counselor and a drug counselor. I offer these services for free in my building. No one takes me up on it. I live in a Section 8 SRO building. I have very, very insensitive, uncompassionate masters, case managers, whatever you want to call them. Their interest is more on the property than on the individuals who live here. They claim to have services, but nothing has changed. Someone on the second floor was taken by the police on a murder warrant last week. Last month, a gentleman who lives 2 doors down, I've said this before, he died of AIDS. The gentleman would never speak to me. I tried to say hello to him on the stairs. Gentleman on the second floor died of cancer. We have like 40 plus rooms in this building. We've had many case managers, some of them stealing from us, some have been using drugs. None of this information is on the internet. None is on the SRO site. You need to understand that agencies and institutions have their own agendas, which is, wait. Hmm. They have a big smiley person on that picture that you're watching. I'm not smiling. We are invisible as homeless people. Homeless in the sense that when you see us, you do not want to see us. You do not want to admit that in a country like this, who can spend $100 million plus for one plane, $500 million for the prison system in Los Angeles, they will not help the homeless. They will not. Right next door, there's a mission. They call them missions. It's been here for 136 years. The problem still exists, yet they've become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The sin of bureaucracy, you start with one seed and it becomes a forest. They have buildings, they buy properties, they do all kinds of things. All the not for profits, and there's thousands of them, on Skid Row or offshoots from Skid Row, the missions that come in, they all don't work together. They all work separately, each with their own budget, and all that. But the problem still exists. The problem exists because there's no cooperation, nor collaboration. There's no social agencies that actually care about us. Housing is a big problem. One of the things I never learned in school in my graduate studies. You think you have a hard time in school? Well, my my perspective was a little different. I'm 50% deaf. I probably didn't hear half of what my teachers said, and they were gentle enough and kind enough and compassionate enough to pass me still. I went to a school called Pacific Oaks in Pasadena, and the teachers there were wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I've never been treated so well, not even in my own home by my own parents. Uh, Perhaps shocking thing to say, but I'm trying to be honest here. This video, whatever you want to call it, is my way of trying to tell you that there's another world out there, and that world is an unacknowledged, invisible, and it's bleeding. Our brothers and sisters are dying. Thank you. Take care. Have a good day.